Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Dazzlers of Division A. Today, we are inviting our ninth Dazzler, who has served as the Vice President Public Relations and Secretary in the past and is currently serving as the President. She has also conducted the club contest and TLTP for this year, and also, when she was a VPPR, she conducted an open mic event. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Shuchita Gogna.
Thank you so much for those kind words, Toastmaster Richa. Hi everybody, here I am.
Your Instagram bio says, "Where is the line for oversharing?" Would you like to share the story behind it?
Actually, I am a sensitive person in general and I am perceptive towards others' emotions and I think about everything I do. Basically, I overthink in simple terms. So I've met a certain people in my life who told me that you should be true to yourself and you should be true to everything out there, be real, and I shared a lot with them. Then I met a few people in my life who told me, Shuchita, you're sharing too much, you can't share anything and everything with everybody. So that made me sit and wonder what exactly is the criteria, who draws this line, who draws the line to oversharing, and what exactly is oversharing. And that is how it came about, just a question out into the universe, into the void, that if anybody has answers for this, please contact me and tell me where is the line to oversharing.
By the way, even I would like to have the answer because I think we are sisters in this case. As you mentioned in the form that you are a spoil sport when it comes to losing. So is there any childhood incident related to this and would you like to share it?
Actually, I've been a spoil sport since day one, and I am actually a feminist or equalist, if people would like to call that. And I do not believe in, I should be given the benefit of doubt because of my gender or any other thing. But I have always hated losing, and when my brothers used to make me win deliberately, I used to be like, no, we'll play fair and I'll try to win. But when I lost, I used to cry because I do not like losing that way. So with my dad also, it's always been that he has always told me that get up, you can win, you can do things on your own, and that is what I've always followed. But if things did not turn out my way in certain games or in anything, like for example when I was playing chess with my dad and I could see that he was going towards my king and it's going to a checkmate, I used to just flip the board and be like, we're done for the day. So that is how I am a spoil sport since day one.
Okay. Within a span of 1.5 years, what has Toastmasters taught you?
This could go on for long. I mean, Toastmasters has taught me so many things. Not just when I first came into Toastmasters, I thought this is a brilliant platform. It's a stage where, you can come out, present yourself, your ideas, get to know about others' ideas, and it's basically a stage where you grow. But then you enter and you realize that it's so much more than that. It's a community, it's a family. You make friends for life here. You form bonds with people, you get your mentors, you get in touch with your mentees, you get to learn so much from both the realms of people, the mentees and the mentors, plus the friends. It's not just that we are going to meet every week for one Toastmaster meeting. You form friends who think alike, think like you, and you get to learn so much from each other. Apart from the friendship and the personal aspect of Toastmasters, it has also made me learn that there is so much out there in the world that I do not know. And the fact that we should always keep growing. There are so many people you meet and there are so many things you can learn from them. It's like a whetstone. You should be able to learn from everybody that you meet. And life is not, and Toastmasters is not just about coming on this stage and speaking your whatever you speech or table topic and then going back. It is about learning from each and every moment. So yeah, a lot has been taught by Toastmasters to me, and I wish to keep learning each and every second that I am here.
So, as a president, what do you think are the best practices that help your team succeed?
Yeah, so I think apart from the normal things that a president knows, how to run a team and all those things, something that I've realized over my term is that, and we will, if anybody remembers, we are made to give this quiz where we are supposed to follow and find out our leadership style. So my leadership style was one where we take collectively everybody's opinion and move forward. So that is what I have realized, that this is a team, and without all 7, 8, 9 members of the XCOM or the whole club getting and pitching in their ideas and coming together to formulate something, we will not be able to move forward. And so the first thing that I realized is that everybody's opinions matters, and even though there are clashes sometimes, and even though things sometimes do not go our way or their way, or we sometimes have to give up on the one particular point that we were going after, but still at the end of the day it is for the club that we are doing it, and sometimes others' opinions and our opinions together form a better opinion. So that is there. Plus, secondly, what I think is, what I actually realized is, learn from your mistake. Nobody has to be perfect, and even as a president or as the team or as a member of the club also, we can make mistakes so many times. But if we just sit and feel that, I am making mistakes and this is something that is creating an issue and I won't be able to move forward because how can I make a mistake, then that is where your biggest mistake lies. Because I think, as the great quote suggests, mistakes are the stepping stones to success, and you should keep learning and growing from every mistake you make, and it should not be a full stop. It should just be a comma, and you should move forward to the next line or to the next phrase. And the third thing that I realized from my tenure was that you should always ask for help. Everybody is always in Toastmasters ready to always help you with whatever you want, be it okay, personal things definitely depends on the bond, but professionally, everybody, your area director, your division director, anybody you reach out to, your members, senior members, the VP, everybody is always ready to help you. So if you're stuck somewhere and if you think that you cannot get out of this sticky situation, you can just look around to your members, to your XCOM committee, and anybody in Toastmasters for that matter, and they are always ready to help you. So it's a big family, and that is what I learned from this.
Yeah, I believe these three are really good points for anyone who is listening to this. And on that note, talking about the XCOM committee, I would like to ask you about your role as a Vice President Public Relations when you conducted the open mic. Would you like to share your experience?
I just joined the XCOM and it was my first role as the VPPR, and I was getting to know the tool and everything, and I came in contact with you as well, and you had given me certain guidance on how to go about it, and I was very nervous because I used to think of myself as, I'm not very color coordinated with my outfits also. Sometimes what I think is correct, people might not think it's correct, but this is what I was doing for the people and everybody. But then I slowly and gradually started enjoying the process, and I realized that when you start to enjoy it yourself, others will start to like your work too. So that is what we did, and the open mic that we conducted, it was difficult to get across the word to everybody for TCS, because everybody is busy working and we are everybody is busy in their own lives. To take out that time, what do we have to offer that you have to come and you will come and give us that time of yours? So this open mic that we had conducted was just a small step in the right direction, and as the VPPR, and I had tried my best, and the humorous speech contest also that we had done, the posters had to be enticing, the word of mouth had to be there, and everything had to be put in the efforts so that nothing fell short of the preparation. So yeah, that was there.
You mentioned you are into blogging, and is that a periodic activity?
Since I was young, I've been into books and reading, and the day I realized that words can be made prettier and they can make others feel good, I could never go back. I mean, a simple thank you is nice, but a simple "you made my day beautiful" is better than a simple thank you. So I could never go back to just saying thank you to people, and some people call me romantic, and then I spin yarns and I butter people, but this is how I am, and I love writing, and I love the process, and I love how it just beautifies the emotion, how a simple "I love you" can be said into 1,000 words as well, and just those three letters and those three words. So it's something that I do when I feel the urge to do it. It's not something that I am regular at because of the current work and everything that is going on as well. But whenever I feel that I really need to go into it and I really need to work into it, so I just take up a pen and take up a paper and I start writing. And sometimes it comes out in the form of a blog, sometimes it goes into my diary. So it depends on the intensity of the emotion at that time.
I will leave you with an ultimate activity, I would say, not a question. As you mentioned that you can touch your nose with your tongue, we would love to see you in action.
I am unsure how many people would love to see that, but this is something that I just started doing as a child for fun, and I realized that everybody could do it. And I was like, okay. So for the benefit of everybody, here is the great activity, just like watch. Yeah. So yeah, I can do that.
So thank you so much, Ruchita. It was a really fun and engaging session with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking out the time. Thank you, Richa.
So this was our 9th Dazzler from the series. Stay home, stay safe and keep dazzling. Richa Tiwari signing off. This is Richa Tiwari signing off.
This is